Grand Rising. Welcome to Akashic Records reading.
Welcome to Akashic Awakening.
Are you ready to have your life changed? Aloha, Ko. Aloha, Alicia. Welcome. Mary Medina,
Good
Funky
morning.
Divan. Aloha.
Hello, hello. Oh, I love that you guys are open. are awake.
Open for business.
Open for business. I'm just gonna share this to my page. Give me a second, my beautiful
Yeah,
friend.
just about to get started in a few minutes, booting up all the things. Alrighty, here we go.
Set for takeoff.
Soul amazing.
I'm still figuring out how to share it to my Facebook page.
Do you want to ask it, D?
Well, it's my personal.
Oh, so you can't just share
I'm
it.
already
on your
logged
page.
in.
Okay.
Beautiful. We are live.
Pity. So let's move this so you can. Aloha, family. We're just about to get started here.
Good morning, good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Fortuna. Will love prevail? Ah,
Yes,
of course. Always. Love
That's a
always
question.
prevails. What is this question?
Let me ask the guides.
Let me ask the guys. We're right here. And they say yes.
They say fuck yes.
Okay, there we go. I think we're ready.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Gina Diaz is with us. She says,
Yay.
hi, I would love to know why I can't just let love in sometimes. Love for myself and love for others, from others.
Beautiful.
Love for myself and love from others. Yeah. Tell her that also.
Yeah,
That's okay.
beautiful. Gina, I will get to your question. First, my love, I love the enthusiasm. She ready.
Excited for this, Robin, Brittany, Lynn.
Beautiful. Welcome. Good morning, Grand Rising, everybody. Thank you for joining us for Akashic Awakening this morning. My name is Petra, also known as the Priestess of Play of the Manor. And I'm so excited to be starting the day in this way as we're just kind of transitioning from dream time to waking life, where we can have even greater access to the records, at least in my experience, because when we wake up, sometimes we're still in this theta state, in this really gentle, still kind of dreamlike state, and it really kind of blurs the lines between dream and reality. Because what is reality?
What is the difference?
So I'm really excited to jump into the Akash with you. And I'd love to take a moment with all of you to just ground and center and start off with a little meditation. So I invite you to find a comfortable seat, to close your eyes, and just start by taking 3 deep breaths in. Just really letting yourself land fully in this moment. Claiming this as your sacred time, as your sacred space. As we open up this ceremony with hundreds of people tuning in from around the world. We usually have 700 to 1,000 people tuning into this on all sorts of platforms. So just know that we are in this ceremony in this very time space together with up to 1,000 people. I want you to imagine a white light coming in from your crown, filling you up all the way down to your root. Feeling this universal energy, source energy, filling you up. Lighting up your entire body with white light. Seeing your body shine as a lighthouse. Witnessing yourself in a soul level. Shining brighter and brighter, illuminating your whole room. Your whole house. Your street. Your neighborhood. And now with a deep breath as you exhale, send your light out into the world. Seeing your light merge with the light of everyone else here in the ceremony with us. To seeing yourself as light. Taking this moment to really feel your soul essence. Feeling your heart. Holding space for the you that is infinite, the you that is eternal, that deeply knowing you who has lived many, many lives. The you that has been there with you through it all. gently putting your palms in front of your eyes. And now slowly begin to blink your eyes open. Just taking a moment to be with your hands, with your physical form. Taking this moment to just appreciate the fact that you have a body. To greet your vessel. That you chose to awaken in today. Thank you, vessel. Thank you, avatar. Thank you, life. What a blessing that this morning we woke up in this body, in this character, in this identity, this avatar that we chose to reincarnate into. What a blessing that we have another day here on earth. So this morning I decided to light a candle, a prayer candle, for all the souls that have chosen to reincarnate recently during this pandemic. So if there's anyone that you would love to send love to, send prayers to, this candle is also for them. And you are welcome to type their name in the chat box if you wish to. We'll also be holding a collective prayer for all the souls who have moved on to their next cycle.
Grand Rising, Anna.
Beautiful. How are you all feeling? I'd love to check in with you. Beautiful. Okay, we have a lot of questions already. Beautiful. Yes. Prayers. Blessings. Great. So, I'd love to share a little bit about what is about to unfold here. We're about to do a group Akashic Records reading. And what the Akashic Records is, it is the library of all things, past, present, future. It is where all information, all thoughts are stored in the records. And when we enter into the records, we are looking at all this information through a soul level dimension of consciousness. So it is beyond just this 3D way of looking at things. And when we go into the records, we're doing it as a group. So everyone that is tuned into this live stream right now, you are in this group. And I will be consulting the Lords, Masters, Teachers, and Loved Ones. These are your soul guides that have been with you for many lifetimes, or maybe just this lifetimes, but they know your soul and your journey on a very deep level. And they can help to give perspective to you from a higher dimension of consciousness, the language that your soul speaks. So a lot of these kind of like earthly or three-dimensional topics can be looked at through the lens of unconditional love, of non-duality, so that you can get the more universal, eternal learning from it. And so the Akashic Records, it contains the archive of every soul on their journey, and it contains two parts: who you're becoming. So what did your soul come here to experience? What were the lessons? What were the major themes that it came here to experience? And then also the catalog of stories from your past lives, or even your future lives, because time is not linear. And these are the stories and the different themes that are helping you to know yourself in your soul journey as of now. So why work with the Akashic Records? How is this different from like a psychic reading, for example? So the Akashic Records aren't necessarily a psychic reading. The Akashic Records believe that there are infinite timelines of possibilities. And one of the big gifts of working with the records is that the Lord's master teachers and loved ones, they're here to empower you. They're not just here to give you these one-off answers. They're actually here to trigger the truth within you. So a lot of the times if you ask a question, it might be responded with another question, because your soul is here to learn. Your soul is here to remember and to access those codes, those remembrances inside yourself. And in the records, it's governed by 3 absolute truths. Judge not, resist not, and fear not. And so whatever comes up in the records, it's not meant to scare you. It's not meant to, put you into fear or worry. It's meant to help you see whatever is coming up through the eyes of unconditional love, because that is the language of your soul. That is the absolute truth. So before we dive in here, does anybody have any questions about the records? And you can ask a question that is personal to you, and you can ask a more general question as well. And as our friend Damiana says, actually the more personal, the more universal. Because we're all going through very similar, if not even the same stories. We're all connected by the storyline of humanity. Our souls choose these lessons over and over and over again. So I'll take 1 or 2 minutes for some questions. Okay, I'll take some questions about the records first before jumping in, and then I'll take your personal questions. I'll just give you another minute, and if there are no questions about the records, we will jump in to the prayer. Beautiful. All right. Will this be like a meditation? In a way it is. We are going to be going into a higher state of consciousness. So here's another thing about the records. It acts as a transmission. So you may feel things. You may feel kind of sleepy. You may feel some activations. It's an energetic transmission. So when I open up the prayer, we're all going to be in the Akashic field together. It can feel very meditative, yes. Okay, beautiful. So if there are no more questions, we're going to jump into the prayer. And for the purposes of this group, I am going to call you the Optimystic Soul Tribe. And so I invite you to close your eyes and you can just feel this prayer with me. It's really cool to actually just receive it, and you may feel some stuff. You may feel really calm, you may feel activated, you may feel some energy, you may feel nothing at all. Everything is perfect. Beautiful. So I'm going to open the prayer. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth, as it is revealed for our highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to us. O Holy Spirit of God, help me to know the Optimistic Soul Tribe in the light of the Akashic Records, to see the Optimistic Soul Tribe through the eyes of the Lords of the Records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of the Optimistic Soul Tribe have for us. Records are now open. Wow. So it's really interesting. Every time I open the records, the libraries look unique depending on the person or the group that I'm reading for. And the first thing that I saw was this big yellow light that looked like the sun, and then a big image of the world. And so what I'm getting from that is, wow, we're really one big global family, and this reading is actually going to be really universal. It's going to be speaking to a lot of themes that are happening in the collective right now, and also your personal questions. If there is something, if you have a burning question inside of you that really wants to be asked, know that that's also going to be serving the people in this group. That really, anyone who's tuned into this live stream right now, we're connected through our soul's journey. We are a soul family, soul tribe. There is really something special happening in the synchronicity of this group. And many of us have known each other for lifetimes and lifetimes before. This is a very soul mission centered group that we have here. So that's really exciting. A lot of you here are teachers, are light workers, are luminaries, and you're called here for a reason. There is deep medicine for you here. And I have a lot of guides. We have a lot of guides here with us right now. Whew, beautiful. So the first transmission is this feeling of optimism. I'm really feeling this yellow orange energy, and it's joyful. It's joyful. There's a lot of good news here. That even through this seemingly panic-driven time, there's so much good happening. This is actually, in a way, what we've been praying for. We're going through a massive awakening right now. And in the past, where our spiritual gifts or these more, etheric wisdoms and a lot of these things that we have known as true of like slowing down, staying home, tuning into our intuition, for a lot of times people didn't really value that. But now that these structures are collapsing and things that people knew as the truths, as their safety, their 401ks, their paychecks, their work, they're starting to crumble. The government is also starting to crumble, right? We're actually really getting to see what is real. Where have I been putting my safety all my life? And we're getting the opportunity to really look within, because it was never outside of us. It was never outside of us. The systems wanted us to think that, but it was never outside of us. So now that we're having the time to slow down, to quarantine, to cocoon, we're getting to actually feel that strength, that safety within us, to actually hear our own thoughts. When we're not constantly being bombarded with conditioning, with someone else's voice, with this is the truth, with this is how it is, we can actually tune in to how is it for me to be with your own truth, to be with your own power. Now you can live your days in a way that's more natural to you. So in many ways, that's a gift. And now people have more time to really value being at home. And one of the greatest calls of this quarantine is, come home. Mama Gaia has been saying to us for a very long time, child, come home. Come home. Come home. Beautiful. So I'll start taking questions, and our first question was from Gina Diaz. Hi, I would love to know why I can't just let love in sometimes. Love for myself and love from others. Wow, that's a really beautiful question, Gina. Anybody else resonate with that? Anybody else relate to that?
Mm-hmm.
I know I do. Beautiful. So let's ask the guides. Why can't Gina let love in sometimes? Love for herself and love for others, from others. So the first thing, Gina, that your guides are saying to me, and they're presenting as this very gentle, divine, feminine, angelic being, is the first one coming to me. She has a very nurturing, motherly energy. She's cloaked in white. She looks like an angel. She has blonde hair. And she's been with you for a very long time. She's one of your angels. And she says, I'm always with you. I'm always with you. I'm always loving you, comforting you. And Gina, you're actually really great at receiving love. You've received love a lot of times, and you love to love. So I first want you to just acknowledge that. I want you to think about all the times that you've already let love in. All the times that you've been vulnerable, that you let others see you, that you've accepted the help from another person, or from me, your guide. So first just be with that, okay? I want you to acknowledge that. The fact that you're already really good at receiving love from your family, from your friends, from your peers, from your loved ones. Okay. Yeah. Just pat yourself in the back for already doing that. And you have so throughout your life. You're such a loving being. You love to give and receive love. You love it. You're really good at it. So first acknowledging that. And now to go on to your question. It's not that you can't receive love. Through this, you've already proven that you can, and you are actually very capable and very willing. You're very willing. And yes, sometimes it can be scary. Sometimes you're afraid to open up even more to love. And that's okay. That's okay. Can you love even that? Let's give some compassion to that part of you that is sometimes afraid to open up even more. It's vulnerable to feel naked. Can you love her? That part of you that's afraid to opening up to even more love, to the unknown. Yeah. Love can feel scary sometimes. It can feel scary to open up, to let someone in. It can be really vulnerable. But really, what are you afraid of? So I want to invite you to tune into yourself right now. Is it really love that you fear? Or is it the fear of losing it? Is it really love that you fear? Or is it the association that you've created with love? Maybe when you think of love, you think of heartbreak. Or maybe a memory is coming up from you of that one time I loved somebody so much and then they hurt me. They left me. They abandoned me. They betrayed me. Well, I want to remind you that's not love. That was simply that person on their own journey. It wasn't love that hurt you. Love is what heals. In fact, it was love that healed you. In the simplest form, if love is really the only thing that's real, then Everything is either love or it's a call for love. So that betrayal, that abandonment, was that love or a call for love? And it will play out differently depending on what perspective you look at it, right? I really want to leave you with this. There's nothing to fear in love. And yes, when we open our hearts, sometimes it hurts. When we open our hearts and we love somebody and they leave, or there's loss, or they die, yeah, it hurts. We're sad. We've created a bond with them. And that's beautiful. It's beautiful that you can feel sad. For me, it makes me love them even more. It breaks my heart open. It can be a really great teacher. So whatever you're experiencing, wherever you're at, with how much love you are ready to open to, just know that you are safe. Love is not dangerous. Love will not hurt you. And that everything is an opportunity for you to open up to greater and greater love, even the moments that hurt. If somebody hurts you, great. Can I love myself through this? Can I send love to this person who is calling for love? Hurt people hurt people. Love people love people. And it's through this cosmic dance. We're here to walk each other home and to just remind each other and ourselves that it's all love, baby. Because love is really the language of the soul. When we depart, when we transition, when we die, you think the soul cares about how much money you made, what accolades you have, what title you had on your college diploma? The soul cares how loving you were, how kind you were. Love is the soul's currency. And if you really tune into yourself, your deepest self, it's not about pride. It's not about I am this, I am that, I have this, I have that. And you really tune into your beingness. I trust that you will find the feeling of your true soul essence. And that feeling is a reflection, is literally a part of the universal whole of Creator. And it is love. So when you're afraid of love, really, you can also ask yourself, why am I afraid of myself? Why am I afraid of experiencing myself, my own true essence, more deeply? Because even in relationship with another person, you feel that love inside of you. It is a deeper journey into the self. Sometimes that journey manifests through contrasts, through, wow, that was hurtful. And sometimes it's like, wow, that was pleasurable. But it's always, always, always leading you back, calling you back to love. And so what journey do you want to take? How do you choose to experience love? Thank you, Gina. I hope that answers your question.
We've got lots of questions.
Beautiful.
So I don't know if we should just read them out and you pick
Yeah.
which ones or.
Great. Let's take question
So we've
number
got-
2.
I've been trying. Alex Jonusa says I've been trying to call in some big manifestations to come in this year because of this pandemic. Can I expect those manifestations to take longer?
Beautiful. That's a really great question, Alex. If you're trying to manifest some concerts, maybe. All right. So let me
Festivals in person. Yeah, it could take a while.
Okay, let me answer that one.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to read it one more time. Beautiful. So Alex, you asked, I've been trying to call in some big manifestations to come in this year. Because of this pandemic, can I expect those manifestations to take longer? Has anybody else experienced this? All right, tuning into Alex's, guys. The first image I'm seeing, Alex, is this. It's probably an image of you literally going like this, like tapping their nails on like a table, just being like, I'm waiting. That's really funny. Yeah. So this energy of just kind of like chop chop, like is it coming? Is it not? Like I'm ready for it is there. So first I want to acknowledge that vibrationally you're ready for it. It's just, you know, and that's where the impatience can come from, because you're like, I'm ready. I've been working on this. Like I've been manifesting this. Like I'm a vibrational match to this. I know it. I'm ready. So where the fuck is it? So that's great. Like you've done your self-worth work. You're just like, yeah, like where is it? Why is it not here? So really want to acknowledge that. Like vibrationally, you're just like, like, okay, universe, like it's here. Okay, so what do they have to say about that? Your guides are laughing. They're laughing and clapping for you. They're just like, great, like you've done all this work. You've done all this work and you are now a vibrational match to it. Fantastic. Like your self-worth has gone up. And, you know, a part of that is working for you, right? Because you're at this point where you're just like, okay already, you know, it's like the doubt has gone. You're that part of you that used to be like, do I deserve this? Is this gonna happen? Like, do I need to do more? It's like, oh no, like it should be here right now. Like I actually don't know why it's not here. So fantastic. Like inner work wise, you've done a lot. You are in the playing field of it. So will it take longer? The guides are like, pandemic or no pandemic, it's gonna take the time it's gonna take. So really now it's just kind of like going into the surrender. And when I'm tuning into it, like vibrationally, it feels very there. So vibrationally, it's there. It's there. It's there with you. And that's why you're just like, it's here. Why is it not maybe manifesting in physical form, right? It's there. It's already there. It's already in your field. And maybe it's not coming to you in the way that you had expected, you know, because so many things and circumstances have changed. Whew, and this is actually a message for all of us. So in this world, in this earth, we play with the physical form, right? And there are a lot of physical things that we no longer have access to in this moment because of the quarantine. Some things have changed. But in the soul essence of things, things are in vibration and they're actually formless. So, Alex, you already feel those things as here with you, right? Like the essence of those things, they're already here, which is why your mind, your eyes are just like, why is it not here in physical form? They're already here. And so working with that energy, it's already here, right? Literally any form of creation first comes as the invisible form, as the inspiration, as the thought. And then through our beautiful vessels and 3D physical manifestation, we turn it into another 3D physical manifestation. So for any of you who may be feeling stuck right now, maybe you have an idea and you're like, I had all these plans, but now the plans have changed because of our circumstances. The essence of it, the soul of that plan is still there, and it can take infinite forms. If you think of art, right? Like, you can have an idea and you can express it in a million different ways. So still sit with that. If you have something that you're manifesting, but it's not coming in the way that you originally wanted it to, don't give up. If it's still coming to you, if that seed is still alive in you, keep on tending to it. And as in the law of manifestation, it's live in the feeling of it, right? It's like, what does it feel like to experience it? Because at the end of the day, the soul doesn't care about things. The soul doesn't care about the red Porsche, right? Because really, what are you looking for behind that? What is it actually that you are wanting? The red Porsche is just a physical representation because our subconscious mind thinks in symbols. What does that red Porsche or whatever you're trying to manifest symbolize to you? Maybe it symbolizes abundance, luxury. Why? Why would your soul want luxury and abundance? Because that is the essence of who you are. We are constantly just looking for things for us to remember, to reflect back to us who we are. And so don't get so caught up in the, I don't have it, I don't have this 3D thing, right? Tune back into the essence of it. How is it already there? And from there, it can grow and grow and grow. And the really fun thing about this time right now is so many things are shifting. There's even more creativity. This is how innovation is born. You know how many new ideas and solutions have been brought up because of this really cool problem that we're in right now? This is how innovation is born. So don't get so attached to how it was. Nothing is how it was anymore. What is the point on being attached to the past? We're not going there. Be in the present, because that is what's going to create your future. So listen. Just listen to what that inspiration that has come to you is saying. Innovate. This is our time to innovate. It is our time to listen and to surrender ourselves, to surrender our minds, because the mind can only create from the past. The mind can only create from knowledge, right? But when we tune into our souls are infinite. This is where innovation is born, because we can create from a space of limitless possibility and newness that may not even make sense to the mind. You think electricity made sense? You think airplanes made sense? That was a higher intelligence, and intuition is the highest form of intelligence because it is limitless. So whatever you're manifesting, trust. It's here. Maybe not in the form that your mind from the past thought it would be, so let it be born through you. Connect to your creatorship. Like, yes, there's law of attraction, and you are the creator. You get to create that reality. So if you are just twiddling your thumbs waiting for something to come to you, how about sitting in letting it come through you? Because no one can stop you from creating. That is who you are. We are all creators. Pandemic or no pandemic, you have that freedom and power to create whatever you want. So no, just because there's a quarantine, it does not mean manifestations are on hold. All right. Next question.
We've got Misdemeanor DJ. She says, I've just delivered some really shitty news, a position that I never wanted to be in. Is there anything coming through that can give me some peace around this? I feel like I am constantly nurturing others.
Right now, I am feeling into this vulnerability and really feeling like I need someone to nurture me. Sometimes, something I don't usually feel. Aw, Misdemeanor DJ. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, Misdemeanor DJ, our soul brother or sister, has delivered some challenging news and is asking for some nurturing. So family, everyone tuning into us, I would love to invite you to send some love his or her way. We're with you. We're with you. We are with you. We're sending you love. Your guides, your ancestors are sending you love. We are holding you. We are holding you. We're holding you. Good or bad, easy or hard, challenging or not challenging, thank you for speaking your truth. Sometimes it's not easy. So I want to honor you for that, for your courage. And yes, it's okay to feel however it is you're feeling right now, and we are holding you. You're not alone. A lot of us have had to receive and deliver challenging news. And please know that however that news is received, as long as it's coming from love, you're doing the right thing. The truth will not set only you free, but also the other person. The truth would not only set you free, but also the collective. So thank you for creating another ripple of truth. I think we're all in a time where speaking our truth is more important than ever. Because what happens if we hold it back? We keep ourselves and the other person trapped. So thank you for that courageous decision. And we hold you. And we love you. Thank you. Let's take another question. So we have one from Alicia Woods. I'd like to know what my guides say about moving back to my hometown or staying where I'm currently at in Arizona. Also, what's the best way to move through past my last romantic relationship? All right. So tuning into that. So again, one more time for those of you tuning in, Alicia is asking, I'd like to know what my guides say about moving back to my hometown or staying where I'm currently at in Arizona. Also, what's the best way to move through past my last romantic relationship? Okay, so tuning. So the common theme here, Alicia, is that you're really moving through change. Like there's a part of you that is really craving for change. It's closing the chapter on some cycles. So I'm going to answer the second question first about what's the best way to move through past my last romantic relationship. And this is going to be addressed in kind of a universal lens as well. If any of you are wanting to move past something that you are just feeling stuck in and you want to move through it, this answer is also for you. First and foremost, acknowledging where you're at. There's nothing wrong with you being at whatever stage of the cycle you're at with moving through whatever that is. The romantic relationship or whatever it is that you're wanting to get over. Wherever you're at is perfect. What resists persists. So any energy of avoidance, any energy of I don't want to be here, I want to push it away, it's actually going to keep you there. So first and foremost, just being with yourself in that. It's okay that this is what I'm feeling. It's okay that I keep on thinking about this person. It's okay that I want to move on and yet I'm feeling afraid. It's okay that I want to be somewhere else that is not right here. It's okay that I'm having an urge or a calling for something different. And at the same time, I'm also feeling an urge or a calling to be right here. That's perfectly okay. A big theme that's really coming right now is getting comfortable in the uncomfortable. Who's been uncomfortable recently? Anybody? Is getting comfortable with being in the unknown. But surprise, surprise. We've always been living in the unknown. Even if you think, okay, I'm just going to do the same morning routine. I'm going to go to my 9 to 5. I'm going to take the same road to my job every single day, even though you've done it a million times. Every moment is different. The roof can fall right now. That street can be closed. Your phone could die, right? There could be a bird that flies into this room. You can meet the love of your life in 2 seconds. We're always living in the unknown. We're always living in the unknown. So, can we just pat ourselves in the back? We've always been living in the unknown, y'all. Sometimes they just appear more routine than others. Sometimes they're just a little bit more, okay, I've seen this before. And now we're in the space of, okay, new episode, new season in this chapter of humanity. We haven't done this one before.
This episode on the chrysalis.
On this episode of the chrysalis, we are dissolving into nothingness.
Mm-hmm. Infinite nothing.
Yeah. And so, to just give you a little bit of peace of heart as well, any decision that you make is fine. There is no right or wrong. In the true nature of reality, things just are. If we're really in meditation, right? If we're like looking through the eye of the observer, if you're in meditation, in Vipassana, whatever it is, and you're just observing, that's actually the true nature of reality. Things just are. They just are. But we're humans. We have egos, we have minds, and we like to put labels on things. We like to put stories on things because it makes life in the 3D world more manageable. We call this a candle. We call this fire because now we can communicate. Having stories and judgments, it's a normal part of human life, and it's also not the true nature of reality. So I want you to just release the attachment to what is the right way. They're all the right way because really right and wrong doesn't even exist. It's literally an opinion, and it's what you make of it. So my advice to you would just to be tuning into, if I weren't afraid, if I fully and unconditionally loved myself, what would I do? What would I choose? If there was no wrong answer, what would I choose? And just follow that next step, your soul truth. And it's not about the destination. Every time we trust ourselves and follow our truth, we're creating another ripple into truth, another ripple into truth, right? Like, have you ever heard that saying, when you tell a lie, it just grows bigger and bigger and bigger? It's because you created a ripple in untruth. You created a ripple in a lie, and the lie turns into a bigger lie, and a bigger lie, and a bigger lie. So if you want to live a life that is true to you, take a step into truth. That creates a ripple, and a new pathway opens. And then you take the next step, and then you take the next step, and then you take the next step. And in these unknown, uncertain times, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, so just be present. Just focus on that step. And be there for a minute. Just be in that step. Wow, I took a step. And if you feel called to take another step, then you take another step. But there's no rush. There's no rush. All right, beautiful. Next question, Soul Planet Wellness. I'm currently turning my whole business around to a new project. It feels right, but I would love to know what the masters, teachers, and loved ones say. It's so funny because it's like the last thing that we just said. The masters, teachers, and loved ones, what they have to say to that is, if it feels right for you, then it is right. Because again, the soul doesn't care about the to-do list. The soul doesn't care about building the multi-million-dollar company. The soul cares about growth. You're here to grow. So if it feels right to you, to again take that step. And we are lessening attachment, right? We're really in the journey now. It's not about the destination. Who are you now? How are you being? Be in the present. That is the step. That is the right answer. There is no right answer. Beautiful. Any other questions? Wondering what my purpose is now that both my sons were taken from the physical a week and a half ago. Oh, Adonica. Wow, that's a really beautiful name. So I'd love to take a moment. This candle is for you, beautiful Adonica, and your sons. Let's all send love to Adonica and her family and her loved ones and her sons. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let me tune into that for you, Adonica. So to answer your question, what is my purpose now that both my sons were taken from the physical a week and a half ago? As it was before, as it was when they were here, and as it is after, my love, your purpose is love. Your purpose has always been and always will be love. All of us, our purpose is always love. And yes, that can be manifested and expressed in so many different ways. Adonica, in this very present moment, my love, your purpose is love, okay? Your purpose is love. And you have been living on purpose, in purpose, your entire life. And your sons were incredible manifestations and creations of love. From love they came, and to love they return. And they are with you, and they have felt your love every step of the way. And they are pouring you with so much love. And you are surrounded with even more love than ever before. And though it may feel, though it is grief right now, that is also an incredibly beautiful, sacred expression of love. There are incredible gifts in that. There are incredible, powerful, life-changing gifts in grief. And I know you're not the only one going through this right now. And thank you for speaking that into this space. Thank you for sharing your heart. For anyone going through loss, anyone going through grief, I honor you. This is beautiful. There are so many gems inside of grief. Grief is one of the most powerful expressions of love. It will change your life. It will make you see clearly, more clearly than ever before. There is such an incredible power of grief that can just make you see past all the illusions, all the bullshit, and really see what actually matters in my life. So be with yourself and take all the time you need. And know that you are surrounded by more love than ever before, and that you are also creating more love than ever before. And you are such a giver of love. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to ask for love. We have 40 seconds. So thank you so much for tuning in. And I know there's a lot of questions that haven't been answered. I will try and get to them in a DM, and please feel free to DM us. I am on all these platforms. I also offer personal sessions, and I would love to gift some away to you this week. So please send me a message. It has been such an honor to be with you all. And this play shop is just one of the many offerings that we're offering in the Mystic Manor online retreat remembership program. So tune in with us twice a day, 8:30 a.m. And 5 p.m. every single day, right here where you found us. And we're also offering deeper tiers. You get it free for 2 weeks for a limited time. So thank you for joining us here today. And please feel free to reach out with any more questions. I love you all so much. Thank you. And I will close the records in my own time after we close this live stream.
This one will keep going.
This will keep on
the
going.
rest, yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and finish up here.
Awesome.
And we can complete
Yeah.
all the ways right there.
It's okay. I'm just going to close the prayer. And again, if any of you want to send me a message or even write something in the comments, I will get back to them as soon as I can. Whew, that was really potent. Oh, thank you. Closing prayer. I would like to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their point of view. I would like to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their compassion and their empowerment to all of us, to all our souls during this time. And I would like to thank the Holy Spirit of Light for all knowledge and healing. The records are now closed. Amen. The records are now closed. Amen. The records are now closed. Amen. Thank you, family. We love you so much.